Hello and welcome to AJ's Storytime channel for kids. Today we are going to read a really nice book, a book to help you to deal with different type of emotions. Sometimes we feel sad, sometimes we feel happy, sometimes we feel angry. This is a great book to read when you're feeling some type of way. The title is called The Red Tree and this is by Sean Tan. I hope you enjoyed this book just like I did. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget that I have live story times at 11 a.m. Monday through Friday and Spanish story time at 7 p.m. live. Let's get started. The Red Tree by Sean Tan. Sometimes the day begins with nothing to look forward to. And things go from bad to worse. Darkness overcomes you. Nobody understands. The world is a death machine. Without sense or reason. Sometimes you wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait and wait, but nothing ever happens. Then all your troubles come out at once. Wonderful things are passing you by. Terrible fates are inevitable. Sometimes you just don't know what you are supposed to do. Or who you are meant to be. Or where you are. And the day seems to end the way it began. But suddenly, there it is, right in front of you, bright and vivid, quietly waiting. Just as you imagine it will be. The end. I hope that you enjoyed this book. This book is called The Red Tree by Shantine. And this is also for the kids that are depressed. If you are depressed, talk to your mom or your dad. If you feel sad, if you feel like you want to cry a lot, if you're angry, if you are in need of talking to somebody, I want you to talk to your mommy or daddy, okay? Or talk to your aunt or your grandma, somebody that you trust. Don't be all alone with all these different emotions. It's okay to be sad, it's okay to be angry, but you need to talk to somebody so they can help you, okay? I hope that you enjoy this book, The Red Tree, because at the end of the day, everything will be fine, like it says here in this book, okay? It's okay to have all these different emotions, but we need to talk to somebody so they can help us deal with that. The Red Tan by Sean Tan. And now let's read a fun book. And now we are ready for our next book. It's called Pete the Cat and His Four Groovy Buttons. And this is by James Dean and the story by Eric Liquin. Don't you love Pete the Cat? I love it too. Let's get started. Pete the Cat put his favorite shirt with 4 big colorful round ruby buttons. He loved his buttons so much he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Oh no! Pop! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 3. 4 minus 1 equals 3. The pig cried, "Goodness no, buttons come and buttons go." He kept on singing his song. My 3 groovy buttons. My 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. The pig cried, "Goodness no, buttons come and buttons go." He kept on singing his song. My 2 groovy buttons. My 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1. 2 minus 1 equals 1. The pig cried, "Goodness no, buttons come and buttons go." He kept on singing his song. My 1 groovy button. My 1 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, the last button popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 0. 1 minus 1 equals 0. The pig cried, "Goodness no, buttons come and buttons go." He looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button right here, and he kept on singing his song. It's all good. My buttons, I still have a belly buttons. My button, I still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness no. We keep on singing. Buttons come and buttons go. The end. Oh, don't you love Pete the cat? I love Pete the cat. Pete the cat is the cat that everyone loves. I hope you enjoyed this story time. The last book we read was Pete the cat and his groovy buttons. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.